What's up guys, it's Frank here. So I just read in the news that oil took a massive dive and went below $0 a barrel. Oh my gosh, this has never happened in the history of the United States, and is this being blown out of proportion or what? I think we should talk about this, what this means for us, and how we should try and handle this potential situation. First of all, yes, this is being blown out of proportion, maybe a little bit. So before we get into this video and dive in, I'd like to please ask you to please hit that like button. And if you haven't done so yet already, it would help my channel grow if you subscribed to my channel. So with oil just surging on down and going below $0 a barrel, they're basically paying people to take barrels of oil. What's the real issue with what's going on here? Well, let's discuss that. With the economy being shut down, people are just not driving around and going about their normal lives. And with that being said, people are just not out burning fuel and using crude oil like people generally do. People are not taking flights. People are essentially not working. These companies are still pumping oil and they're running out of places to put them. They basically have to put them on tankers, and that's costing them money to put them on these oil tankers to hold on to it. So how can we relate to that? Essentially, it's like if you have a bunch of stuff and you put it in a storage unit, you're now paying a storage unit fee to hold on to all your stuff. So that's essentially what oil companies are doing with all their crude oil. Another way of looking at it too is you put money in a savings account, and that savings account earns so little interest that essentially what you're doing is you're paying for your money to be in a savings account because it's falling behind inflation. And say you put, I don't know, $10,000 in a savings account, that $10,000 is not exactly going to be worth $10,000 in 10 years because the savings rate is so low. So essentially what's happened to get us here is you have Russia and Iraq, and they've got to this point now where this bidding war, in a sense, for oil has dropped so low that they can't come to an agreement. And now that's going through and rippling across the United States. So here's what I think is going to happen. With people staying at home, most things are going down, unlike Amazon and Netflix that are just skyrocketing right now in stock price. With the oil crashing and going way on down, below $0 a barrel, I think that's going to hit the stock market, and we've already seen as of today, the stock market has gone down further. It'll be interesting to see if it continues on going down further because people are not traveling, they're not taking flights, they're not going back and buying things from other companies because everyone's just not working. And I kind of think that is going to also play an effect on the real estate market, where there's houses that people are basically trying to sell, and home prices are going to continue going down because people aren't making money to buy homes. So that's just my thoughts on that. I do believe, however, we have not quite seen the bottom of this yet, and it will be interesting to see if you'll smash the like button. Now, the big question as far as coming to investing with all this oil and whatnot that I'm definitely really curious about is how can we get the oil ourselves and maybe hold on to it for the company? Maybe we can charge them rent or something to put a bunch of the oil in our backyards and get paid to accumulate these barrels of oil from them, and then maybe we'll become a billionaire and be able to sell the oil back to them in the future. I know, kind of hopeful, right? At least I thought I'd try. I will say myself that I will not be personally investing in with oil. I will continue to just keep watching the market, seeing what happens, and keeping my eye on the companies that I truly understand and want to invest into the most. I am also thinking though that at the end of all this, when we're ready to return to work, that stocks and everything are just going to soar back on up. I'm not sure if soar is the right word, but they'll go back up quite quickly. I'd like to know what you think about that too. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please, if you have not done so, hit the like button, leave a comment below, and please help me grow my channel by subscribing to it. I appreciate your time, and have a great day. Cheers.